Happy Saturday. I am about to go work out. I got to Minnesota yesterday. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for my birthday weekend because this is my birthday weekend, and the weather in Utah, in Salt Lake City, and down in the national parks in both the Zion and Bryce area and the Moab area, we're all going to be like cloudy and 38 and 40 degrees. So I ended up flying back to Minnesota to spend the weekend with my family, and there is blue sky, which is amazing. I mean, it's like probably the same temperature. It's 42 degrees, but at least it's sunny because the sun is what matters. After trying to figure out what I wanted to do this weekend and then talking to my therapist about what I wanted to do this weekend, she basically encouraged me to just do whatever I feel like doing, and I really felt like working out today. And I know that working out makes me feel really good, and I know that my seasonal depression gets worse in Minnesota. So even though I'm only up here for a couple of days, I really wanted to prioritize working out, eating the food that I really like to eat up here, and family time just to combat that as much as possible to make this weekend really good and not sad. I'm at the gym right now. I'm about to go in and work out. I don't know what I'm working out yet today, but that's fine. I did get into Minnesota last night. I had an absolutely amazing vegan spaghetti. It's one of my favorite dishes in the area. I got to see my parents and my grandma, and then after dinner when my parents went to bed, I stayed up and did some work for a little while because that's what was feeling really good, and then I watched some of The Office, and now we are here today. I did start my day off with an acai bowl and a green juice, which is really sweet of my mom to bring back after her workout. And so now I guess that gets you guys all caught up. I am just following my intuition this weekend. I am just doing whatever I feel like doing. I will probably end up baking a cake later today. I'm going to see my brother and sister-in-law and their puppy later today. And I think this weekend is just going to be very sweet. Last time I saw my brother and sister-in-law's puppy, he was just a little guy, so he was definitely much bigger when I got to see him on this trip, but he's still very much a puppy and very much a sweetheart.
Oh, watch those steps. Oh, my goodness. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
You're so excited. Hi. You're getting big. Is that yours? He's like, oh, goody.
Today, aka Sunday of my birthday weekend, was lovely. I met my family for lunch, and then after lunch we had people back over to my parents' house, and I finished making the cake that I started making last night. I started baking the cake last night, and then I frosted it today after lunch, and then we sang happy birthday.
Happy birthday to
That's
you.
your, that's your
Happy
birthday.
birthday, dear
Sarah.
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 Sarah. M&S. Yeah. All right.
So I'll do this one, you do that one. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
take it!
I was trying to. Yeah, we gotta relight it. I was gonna blow hers out. Do over.
Like blue straight in the middle.
How you feeling, Matt? You healthy?
Yeah, I feel great. Yeah, don't let Mark hear this part. We'll bring it to him. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Happy 26th.
Holy moly.
I was happy they relit the candles. And cut into the cake, I made a chocolate cake, and then on half of it I put a vanilla Oreo frosting, and then on the other half I put chocolate because cookies and cream is my twin brother's favorite flavor, and then chocolate is my favorite flavor. And even though I was the one making the cake, I wanted both parties to be happy, and I ended up having a little bit of both of them, and it was so good. The recipe is literally called the best vegan chocolate cake, and it is. I'll link that down in the description box. And what's really funny about that recipe is that I heard about it from 2 people that do not have vegan histories, and they both said that it was the best chocolate cake they've ever had, and I was like, yeah, whatever, like I don't believe that, until somebody finally actually made it for me for my birthday last year, I believe, and oh my gosh, it's so good. So we did cake, and then I went for a walk because my parents were busy. It's not super warm, but there is sunshine in Minnesota. had plans tonight that I was not a part of. So I went to dinner with my best friend from high school and we just ended up talking for like 4 hours. I saw her a couple months ago. I don't normally get to see her on a super regular basis because she's still in Minnesota and I'm in Utah. But we spent like 4 hours talking at dinner. She just finished a program at a school in Arizona and we were talking about what we both want to do next and my next steps and her next steps because she's also wanting to start working for herself. I had so much fun talking with her tonight. And so birthday weekend is going really strong so far. In talking to my therapist this past week about what I wanted out of my birthday weekend, I wanted primarily 2 things, and that was to be in the sun. And I got that on my walk today, even though it's like 40 degrees here. It was also 40 degrees in Salt Lake City, but it was going to be cloudy this weekend, which is what matters. So going and getting sunshine on my walk today was absolutely lovely. And then I wanted to be around people that I love. And so this weekend, that was my family, and I feel like this birthday weekend is going very, very well so far. Tomorrow is going to be super chill. I don't know exactly what time I'm going to be getting up. If I get up before 11 or like 11ish, I will probably go work out to some capacity. That might also just be another walk. And then I have a craniosacral appointment, which is a weird sounding word if you've never heard of it. And it's basically, I think it's better than a massage. It's not directed at the muscles, it's directed at like pressure points around the body, but it is like the thing that helped with my concussion headaches when I had concussions. It is the one thing that got rid of the lingering headaches, and so I still go back and see my craniosacral person every time I come up to Minnesota because it is just like a good check-in with my body just to like make sure that everything is good, make sure that I'm not super tense anywhere, and like, you know, I feel like this shoulder has been like leaning forward a little bit, so she's gonna like stretch me out. It's gonna be fantastic. And then my extended family might come over again tomorrow night and we might do like a meal and finish off the cake and just play some games and just have some really lovely family time. So birthday weekend is going really, really well. I was hoping to write a little bit. I don't remember if I talked about this or not, but if I haven't already, I came up with a book idea when I woke up on Friday before my trip, and the dream was literally a headline of me dating a celebrity who I don't find attractive, but the headline was so-and-so dates author of blank, the book title I came up with, and it's not a genre I normally write, but now I'm like, should I branch out a little bit? Should I write this thing? So I started brainstorming that concept when I was in the airport and then on the plane, and I don't know what I actually want to do with the title because I think it's a really, really cool title. So that was creative, and I've just enjoyed like being with my family, and I did work on a little bit of YouTube video editing tonight, and I should go to bed, but I've just like really enjoyed my time. And I worked on a Fiverr order the other night, but other than that, it's been pretty low key and like very much just following my intuition and my gut and just following what I want to do. So occasionally I'll search my name in YouTube just to see if anyone has made a video mentioning me or something, just because I want to be in the know. If somebody mentions me, I want to be able to like comment on their video, watch it, give feedback, and like, you know, respond to it. And I was just doing this. It's like 2:16 in the morning. This video popped up.
But for now, I'm just going to call it Project OCA. I got this idea of abbreviating the title from one of my favorite YouTubers on YouTube named Sarah Labrat, who's really amazing. She's kind of in the more the author-tube space and the writing and like being a self-employed creative side of YouTube. And watching her videos really inspired me to start writing and think about how I can use my creative outlets to make money, how I can follow my own passions as a creative, and even potentially become self-employed as a creative. I know that stuff is very far in the future from now, but it's still something I think about nonetheless. I'll leave her channel linked in the description down below because I think if you are an aspiring writer or someone who's already a writer, watching her videos would be extremely beneficial because she does talk a lot about her drafting and editing process, as well as her experience quitting her full-time job to become a full-time creative.
And I got so teary-eyed. I think that's so sweet because we're all separated by screens, obviously. Sometimes I get really in my head and I'm like, does making videos even matter? Like, is anyone watching my journey? Because I can see the view count, but sometimes that doesn't mean much. Like, it's just a number. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. But then I get a comment or I like have somebody say this in a video and they're like, this inspired me to either start writing or go back to writing, or that writing matters or something like that. And that this person was also looking at like me quitting my job to become a full-time creative and everything and hoping that they can do that in the future too. Like, I started crying. I'm going to leave their channel link down in the description box below if you want to go support them. Did you not see it?
It's okay, buddy. We'll go get it together.
Oh! Cute. We're going this way.
I wanted to get out of him.
Zoomies. I'm worried he's gonna fall off. Oh, that wasn't bad. After a stick. Even though I didn't do much writing or creative work on this trip, I did come up with that new story idea and I did do some Fiverr editing and some YouTube video editing. But all in all, I was really focusing on what my therapist suggested, which was following my intuition, doing what I wanted to do. And I definitely think I did a very good job in that realm. I got to see my family every day on the trip. I got to see my best friend from high school. I got to see my brother and sister-in-law's puppy several times, which was, you know, very important. I got to go to several of my favorite restaurants in Minnesota. I just got some really good family time and, you know, board game and card game time in. It was sunny in Minnesota, so I got some sunshine in, even though it wasn't necessarily warm. The sunshine made it feel a little bit better. Overall, I had a really good birthday weekend, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.